Good morning, everyone. It's day 20 of the 21-day challenge. So one more day left, and I hope that you guys have been able to accomplish some of your goals. I hope that you've been able to habit stack. I know for myself, I've done real well at getting up consistently every day. I don't go to bed the same time every day, but I've gotten up every day at the same time, all but one day through the 21 days. So I'm happy about that, and I'm going to keep pressing on with that. I've been good at doing my movements and exercise and all of that stuff. Good with my water, and just putting some new things in place as far as just our scheduling, our future, all of those things. It's been a really good time of reflection, and I hope it has for you guys as well. I have some things I want to share with you in this video, but first I will go into that. I got my water filled up for the day, and of course I put my balance on the bottoms of my feet. I'm going to continue with that, and then today I chose to use my peace. Yesterday was a really busy day. Today is busy, but I don't have any errands to do other than I'm going to be going for a bite to eat with my husband tonight. We're going to have our little car date where we go and have some food together and sit and talk, and so that'll be really fun. But so today I put my Peaceful blend on, and then I wanted to share with you the last 3 oils in the kit for the children's oils that I have. The first one would be Calmer, and this is their Restful blend. This is wonderful for putting on behind their ears, or maybe on their back or the bottoms of their feet before they go to sleep, and it just puts them in a restful state. So I really like that one. And then Thinker. Thinker is wonderful for being in focus. So if the kids are hard at it with their school activities, or say they have a test to do, or they're having a hard time focusing, that is a really good one to put behind the ears, maybe on the wrists, bottoms of the feet. And then we also have Tamer. That's great. And the Tamer is like the other day when I showed you guys the Digestin. Tamer is also a digestive one, and it is for the children. You can use the Digestin on children as well, but this one is specifically made for the kids, this Tamer, and for when their tummy might be sort of upset. So that has been just a wonderful kit. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 7 oils in that kit, and I've loved it. And again, like I said, it comes with the cards that tells you about each oil and what they do for you, and it comes in this wonderful little bag that you can carry with you. So I know I'll probably bring that to China when I go to get Ella. And anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about today is organizing. So when you're reorganizing your house, your pantry, your refrigerator, it is best to try to get everything set up so that you can accomplish your daily tasks with ease. So if you're going to have some in-home fitness equipment, it's nice to have that set up and accessible, at least easily accessible for you to do your exercises. If it's hard to get at, you probably won't do it. And as far as your refrigerator, you want to keep all of your healthiest foods at eye level. Pantry, keep the healthiest foods in the front. We're usually more apt to grab the things that we see first, and so you want your best foods and your best equipment to be the easiest to access. So I know, but even for myself, I guess because I've been exercising so long, I'm so used to this, but I have to keep a lot of my exercise equipment under my bed, and I always count that as part of my exercise to get out. I have one of those step stair-step things that you use to step up and down on, to exercise on. I use that as my weightlifting bench as well, so I pull that out from under my bed, build that up next to it, and set that up to do my weight training exercises, which is what I did today. And then I did those nice stretches that doTERRA put out at the end. But that's part of my routine. I'm very used to it. We have a playroom, schoolroom, exercise room combo, and we have a lot of exercise equipment in there, especially for my son, who is very much into fitness, and that is always set up. But I have my own equipment and things that I use that I just pull out from under my bed, and then that way I'm not interrupting anything that's going on in the schoolroom for my own exercise, although I will exercise in there at times as well. But thinking about how you're organizing your stuff can make a big difference in having things accessible, having those good foods accessible for yourself, and having that ease of just jumping on a piece of equipment, or having your exercise stuff ready for you so that you can get up in the morning and slip on your shoes and do your activities. And I know a lot of times I will take my water jug and I fill that up at nighttime too, so it's just ready for me throughout the night. I can grab it first thing in the morning. So that's always being filled up and kept with me. It goes wherever I go, whenever I leave the house. And this keeps your water cold, it keeps your ice in full form, and it just lasts forever. So I'm really, really happy to have that. That's working out good for me to get my water. So another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is as far as future goals and things, and hoping that you guys have been reassessing your lives through these 21 days, and I have been reassessing mine very much. And rather than waiting till the last day to talk about this, which is tomorrow, I thought I would talk about this today, that at the beginning of this 21-day challenge, and in thought a lot over the last, let's see, I've had this channel for over 2 years now, maybe it's pushing 3. I think it's pushing 3 years now, and started this channel. If you look at my very first video, I started it sharing my journey with doTERRA and our journey into adoption. And what inspired me originally was watching the adoption community and loving those videos, and just feeling that aware of what happens during the process of adoption when you get to watch families and watch those little children blossom in the homes of their new family, and how that process goes and how hard it can be in the beginning. It's nice to watch that as well. So I wanted to document that. And what I didn't know and realize through all of that was how much everybody would fall in love with Alora and be fond of her, and we're so flattered by that. But I have said, if you go back to my old videos, more than once I've shared that I didn't know what the future of this channel would be. I didn't want to continue to make videos with Alora beyond a certain point, because I would feel like I was exploiting her. And I'm the mother who is very protective over her children. I don't like them being in the forefront. That's why I don't film my kids very much, and I filmed Alora to give her updates in that. But it would make me feel like I'm exploiting her, and it makes me feel like I'm being unfair, because she loves it now. She likes to do the hi everybody's. She doesn't mind this at all, but that's at her state of mind where she is right now. I do not have her consent. I don't know how she'll feel about it when she gets older. I want to be very, very protective of that, as well as very protective of her. So when this opportunity again came up for the 21-day challenge, I thought this is a good opportunity for me to try to break away. I have done all of the updates on Alora. I did her at-home updates for this many months and that many months, all the way up to 2 years, which I think is very sufficient to see them progress and see them how they blend into a family. And she's just done wonderfully. And I hope and expect the same to happen with Ella. We may have different and separate challenges with Ella, but we will just take them one step at a time and do all the things we need to do to bring her into wholeness and to help her adjust to our family and her new life. And so I'm excited for that process with her. But through this 21 days and trying to branch off, talk a little more about doTERRA, talk about, being an encourager. I have loved this. I have such a passion of talking about oils. I have such a passion for encouraging people, and I have loved it. But I did put out a specific prayer with the Lord at the beginning of this, that He would help and show me what the future of this channel should be. Should I continue on in YouTube or should I not? And see how my views would go. So I prayed some very specific prayers with the Lord, and I can assure you that, see, probably within a few days ago, I knew in my heart that He was showing me not to continue on with this in my future. And God is the one who knows the future, and He knows the upkeep of what this will cost me if I continue on later, and what in time and in my family's time and in my duties time. And I have loved being able to do this in the mornings. It's been easy for me, and I am a girl who doesn't give up. When I set my mind to do something, I will continue on, and I don't have any issues with hills and valleys and the length of time something takes. I think we need to be very patient about how long something might take to accomplish. So getting onto YouTube and starting a channel and wanting it to grow, in my hopes and dreams, that's been something that I just wanted to contribute to my family and contribute to our future, and bless my children and bless my older children in ways that they are not even aware of. But my husband's always told me, you do not need to make money. We are fine how we are. And but he completely supports my journey with doing this, and he supports my decision, whichever way that it goes. And I appreciate that so much. But so through my specific prayers, though, I know that when you're starting a channel and you are trying to grow, it can take years. It's not something that can happen. I guess it could happen, and does happen for some, very quickly. But in a channel like mine, and in the setting that I have, and the way that I make my videos, which are not as professional as so many, and I know that, and in time, of course, I would get better. I'm always willing to press on and grow and go through the hardships and all of that, so I have no issues with that at all. But I do want to look to the one who does know the future for me and for my family, and if I were to grow, and how far that might go, and what would be the upkeep. It doesn't stay at the same level as it is, and it wouldn't stay at the same amount of time that I can manage right now, and I am very well aware of that. I've researched that quite a bit and watched other families grow and researched their growth, and so I was willing to take on all of that. But through my prayer, I felt more and more like that door was closing, and I could see that in my views. I can see that in just the algorithms and all of that stuff. And so I've noticed that with my views, that any of my videos that has Alora sitting on my lap, I get more than twice the amount of views on those videos. And it flatters us in some ways, and in other ways it makes me feel even more protective of her, because I would never make a living or earn money off of my little girl, and that's something that I don't want to do. And I don't want that to be a part of this future. I would only want that to be from the things that I am sharing, and me being an encourager, and sharing my oils, and sharing, cooking and homeschooling and all of those things that are very passionate to me. But I know that I just don't feel in my heart that that is the future, and that is where the Lord is leading me. And so I don't want to continue down a path that could cost my family more than I'm willing to put upon them. And I don't want to continue with Alora and put that, make any kind of a cost there, or subject her to anything that she has no consent over at this age. And I also am not sure that I'm going to even do anything with Ella's adoption, that I'll be vlogging that at all. I'm not sure that I want to go there again. I'm so excited for that, and I'm so happy that I was able to share this process with Alora, and that I hope it could have educated some and brought joy and blessing to people's hearts. And I'm so grateful for the adoption community. I'm still on here every night looking at videos and looking at families and watching the growth of their children. I've also seen family vlogs where maybe they started out as an adoption vlog, or they just are a family vlog, and I've watched them for years, and I see children, and I see the changes in their faces, and I see where it appears like they are wishing, just put down the camera, Mom, I'm trying to get your attention. And I don't ever want that to be something in my family. I don't ever want them to look at the camera and say, you know, gosh, that thing is stealing Mom away from us. I don't want them to ever feel like there's a camera shoved in their face, and that's why I don't vlog my kids very much. They've only been in just a few short little clips because I don't have their full consent. They might say, yeah, it's fine, whatever, but as they grow older, that might be something that they would regret, as well as the point that I don't ever want to regret that. I don't want to ever exploit my children in any way. I want to keep them protected and safe, and so I don't want the growth to do anything that would cost my family something. And I learned by watching other families and watching their vlogs and watching their children, and I study that stuff closely and watch the expressions on their face and see little babies, you know, just with their arms up to Mommy, wanting Mommy, but she can't pick them up because she has a camera in her hand, and that greatly frustrates me. But the other side of the coin is that I want to make very clear is that we are only watching small clips of these family videos of their day and of that moment. And while that mama is videoing, you know, she's trying to vlog and talk about, you know, whatever they're talking about. And so she might appear neglectful to her child for that minute, but I want to make it very clear that throughout the rest of her day, we're not seeing all the other 12 hours of the day that she's with her children and loving on them and hugging them. And I'm not talking about any channels in specific, but just some things that I put together where I do see that, family channels that have grown and that. And I just would never want that to be a part of my family's future. I've always been a girl that likes to do things behind the scene. I don't like being in the forefront of things. I'd rather try to bless people's lives from behind the scenes. So being in the forefront is hard for me. I've always joked and laughed with my family and told them that, you know, they love Alora. They don't, you know, they're not in it for watching me. They're in it for watching Alora, which is a beautiful thing to me. She's such a blessing, and she's such a joy, and she touches so many hearts wherever we go. All of the stores that have gotten familiar with Alora that I've taken her in, and I haven't taken her to any stores through this pandemic, they always, how is that little girl doing? They all want to know how she's doing. So she is such a blessing, and I want you all to know that she is such a blessing to our hearts, and she is flourishing and doing so well. And I will never ever give up on her having a wholesome, beautiful future, as well as Ella, and as well as all of my children. They are my everything, and I think they all know that. So I want to share with you that tomorrow I'll be back again to hopefully give some last tips and motivations for a 21-day challenge. But then after that, you probably won't see me very much. And so I just want to thank all of you that have stuck with me on the 21-day challenge, and just encourage you to just keep going. And the whole point of this channel has been to go after your dreams and to never ever give up on them. And if you're somebody who wants to start a YouTube channel, it's such a wonderful platform and a wonderful way that you could try to earn a living and earn some extra money for your family if it is right for you and for your family, if it's in the cards. But I think for me, the Lord is showing me that it's not the direction that He wants me to go in, and I'm not going to press on selfishly and walk out of God's will and have my family pay a price for that. So I want to be very cautious in all of that. I know I sound like I'm probably rambling on. There's just so much on my heart through all of this, and I feel so grateful and peaceful about all of this, and so thankful to the Lord for leading and guiding, and thankful for this opportunity to do this 21-day challenge with you guys. And and hopefully to send off a little bit of motivation for you all. But most of all, I just want all of you to remember your dreams and the things that are calling from deep within, and to go after them, and don't let hills and valleys stop you, and know that things do take time. Things can take years to accomplish. When I first started losing my weight after having children, my last baby, it took me years to slowly take that off because I wanted to do it in a permanent way. I didn't want to do it in a temporary quick fix and then have it all come back again. I am a girl who does not like to repeat things. I don't like doing things twice. I like to research carefully what I'm going to do and how I'm going to approach it and get it done right the first time. So I just want to encourage you guys that if there's dreams that you have, be patient with them. Take the slow and steady road, and pursue what it is that you are so greatly desiring to do. So I hope that you can all understand my future decisions, and just thanks so much for always being with me. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow to motivate you one more time. And in the meantime, though, reorganize, get things out in the forefront that make it easy for you to eat well and sleep well and exercise well. Set up those things so that you can get those basics down so that your life can have a good foundation and you can go after your dreams. So remember that you are never too old and it's never too late. And I have new dreams and pursuits with my family that I'm excited about, and that's all that I need in my life, is to take care of them, and I hope that you can find what's most important in your life and you can focus in on that as well. So in the meantime, till I see you tomorrow, go live your best fruitful life and have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.